Okay, we are on, and I'd like to say, I'll just go back to Zoom, which yay, we were just sharing my whole computer screen there for a moment, Trish, which was a little bit random, wasn't it? But hi, welcome. Oh, I'm so glad that you've joined me on.
Yes, me too.
Yay, little Hello You interview series, 15 questions in 15 minutes for the Positive Passionate Women in Business meetup and networking group, which is run by me, Kylie May from Hello Media. So welcome, Trish. So chuffed to be here with you on this beautiful Monday evening.
Thank you so much for having me.
Are you ready for 15 questions in 15 minutes?
Am I ever?
Cool. Well, I'll jump straight on in then. So firstly, I'd like to say for all of you watching, this is Trish Hammond. And Trish Hammond actually has two different businesses, but I think the one we're going to be hearing about tonight is Plastic Surgery Hub. She is the owner and founder of it, but you'll find out a whole lot more about that as we go along. So in the caption, there's all the little spots where you can find Trish: Instagram, Facebook, and a website, and you'll find out more as we go. So let's just get stuck straight in. And I'll ask you question number one, which is, tell me something about yourself that others may be surprised to know about you.
Oh, okay. What could people be surprised to know about me is the fact that I've got quite a few businesses, and oh, gee, that's a hard one. The first one is so hard. I'm a grandma of two. There you go.
Beautiful. That's a great thing to know. How old are they?
One is 1 and 1 is 2. So I'm waiting for more. So I'm hoping to get a bruise. So I've got, actually, I might as well tell you this one as well. So I've got 2 kids, 2 step kids, 2 ex-step kids, and 2 grandkids. So I've got a full plate.
You sure do. You do it well in twos, that's for sure. So if there was something in your past that you were able to go back and do differently, what would that be?
Do you know, I'm one of those people that actually has absolutely no regrets, except I would have to say if I could change something, even though I would still do everything the way it is, but if I could change something, when I started my Plastic Surgery Hub blog, probably what I would do differently is I would actually change the model of it around a little bit. So it wasn't quite like it was a subscription model blog. So I was probably look at starting that slightly differently to what I did.
Ah, right.
Yeah.
So what is it that you love most about what you do? And it's probably a good time to tell everybody about what Plastic Surgery Hub is.
Yeah. I think what I love about what I do is I love that I get to connect with people all the time. I get to, I think I said to you once before, I just want to talk all day. That's what I want to do. I just want to speak all day and somehow fathom a business around that. So what Plastic Surgery Hub does, it's a community of, well, mainly women, but we also, deal with men as well. But basically it's a support network where we help people who are looking to have aesthetic procedures. So number one, if they want to go somewhere and they want to kind of be safe, or they want to make sure they're going to the right person to do the right surgery, that's the kind of the direction that we steer them in. And we also have a Facebook community that kind of backs that up, where we have people that are already patients and somewhere in their journey. So if you want to hook up in the group, and you can speak to other people who are going through what you're wanting to go through or planning on going through, or what you're thinking of having done, or anything like that.
Fantastic. So I know that this isn't one of our regular questions, but I think everybody would be fascinated to know, what is the most unusual procedure that you've come across?
You know what? Things change all the time, and there's I didn't know there was a million things that you could actually done, but one of the latest things that they're doing is some people have really big cheeks, and they do like a buccal fat removal where they remove fat from inside the cheek. I know. There's that. But another really popular growing procedure, and I have to mention this, is actually penis enlargement.
Really?
Yeah, you can actually, how women have fillers in their lips?
Yeah.
The blokes can get it down there.
Stop it. Really?
Yeah, mega
So
dollars.
I was about to ask some more questions and I realized that was getting really, so with the lip fillers, they don't last, do they, lip fillers?
Well, you can get some that last for a certain like it depends on what they're using, but I think they last from anywhere from, you know, a year up to 3 or whatever. But there are permanent fillers as well, which last forever.
So that's what you'd be doing with the penis. You wouldn't be suddenly in a year's time, it's back to normal.
It's back to normal. Yep. You wouldn't want to put anything permanent, because what if something goes wrong? And sometimes those permanent ones, you know, go hard. I don't know. I'm not really up with all the fillers and stuff like that. But yeah, it's a really popular growing procedure. Sort of.
Wow. I just love learning something new every day. Thanks, Trish, for being my new knowledge of the day. Okay, just one more question on that front.
Yeah.
What's the most popular or most common procedure?
But it's boobs. There's no doubt about it. It's boobs, but it's like a breast augmentation is one of the most popular. So it's breast augmentation, Botox, liposuction, and also, another thing that's really popular is the blepharoplasty surgery. You know, the skin removal from, like, for people that have really heavy eyelids. Apparently 1 in 4 Australians has that done, because it's not really a big deal. They just kind of, like, you know, I mean, sorry, it is a big deal. Every surgery is a big deal, but you know, it's a really common procedure. A lot of people have it done and you probably wouldn't even know. So they reckon 1 in 4 Australians have it done.
Wow, that's amazing. So years ago, I had my eyelids tattooed and like, you know, so for permanent eyeliner. And the lady that was doing it said to me, "Are you really sure that you want to do that? Because your eyelids are so droopy that nobody's even going to see your permanent eyeliner." I was like, "Oh, thanks." And she went, "But that's okay. You can come back and we can lift up those eyelids for you."
I love it.
Like,
I love it.
Oh, good on selling, love. Good on selling. I was like, "It's okay. I don't mind it. At least I know that they're tattooed." And that's what I wanted.
And how much does that hurt?
Oh, what a classic. Well, actually, a lot of people asked me that when I first did it, but I had a broken foot and an ear infection at the same time. So there was a lot of pain screaming at me. So the eyes were not really screaming. In fact, the next day I was shocked when I saw it looked like I had 2 black eyes and it wasn't looking very good. Wow. That was really the first time I realized, oh, this is probably a little bit of an ouchie. But no, the other things were hurting far more at that point.
Oh, well, I've had it done and I reckon that really hurts. Like, whoa.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, mine's been 7 years now since I had mine done. So I think I probably needing for a little bit of an updo. But maybe if I went back there, she'd be like, "Oh, Kylie, it's definitely time to give them a little lift." We'll see. So what do you love most about what you do? Oh, you told me that one. Sorry. It was what you love least about what you do is what comes up next.
Do you know what? One of the things that kind of drives me a little bit nuts, so, is the fact that I have to be switched on all the time. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've got to be on social media. I've got to be switched on all the time. It's really hard to, you know, take a bit of time off. And even when I'm, you know, in the car or whatever, I make sure I'm on and I'm sharing stories. And it's kind of like my button is switched on all the time. So for me to switch off, it's a real rarity. So that's probably the bummer, is I can't really take time off fully.
Oh, it's tough, isn't it?
Neither can you.
Well, no, I was actually just wanting to say to you, I know we were talking last week about you going down the road with getting some VAs to support you in your business. And then I think you'll be amazed, because I definitely did not used to be able to switch off, but now I can. So I probably many times go a whole weekend and don't actually look at all at anything that's going on on Facebook, except maybe for my own personal thing. I have some lovely messenger groups with my family and stuff like that, and so we'll do stuff like that, but I'm not actually doing any work because it's all organized, which feels amazing. Because I definitely used to be 7 days where I just was having to be all over it, and it was exhausting. You do need some downtime. That's for sure.
That's so true.
So if you weren't doing this, what would you be doing?
Oh, now that's a hard, what would I, you know what, this is going to sound really weird, but I would love to actually work with old people, like, you know, I know nobody wants to do this, but in a nursing home or even with babies or something with them. But I think more probably old people, like I would probably be doing like little social stuff, you know, working the social calendar at an old folks home or something like that. Like, because I really, really like old people and I really like little people. I like old people, but I like really old people. I think we just don't look after, not everyone, but I think we just don't look after our elderly as well as we could or should. And yeah, that's definitely what I would be doing, I reckon.
That's so beautiful. My neighbor works at our local old people's home, and the way she talks about it just would change everything you think about an old people's home. You obviously have good thoughts about it, but not everybody does, because she just loves her work. She loves the people that she works with. She tells the most beautiful stories about how gorgeous they are and the funny little antics that they get up to. And it's just beautiful. And I think if I'm going to be in a home one day, let me be looked after by her. Except that she's a little older than me, so that may not happen.
My husband and I used to go and play our ukulele really badly, but used to go there and play our ukuleles when his grandmother was in that old folks home. And I used to love it. You'd be, you know, playing the ukulele and they're just so sweet. And I remember one day we're playing the ukulele and I'm like, I said to Bruce, like, or to the audience, like, would you like another one? I'll do one more. And the lady in the audience goes, no. And then there was one little old lady. She was in the front row and she's like, I could hear her saying, and we went up to her and she's going, get me out of here.
That's so adorable. You've totally made my night with hearing all about the penis enlargements and now about your ukulele playing, because I do too and I love it.
Yeah.
Very fun.
Yeah.
And I've now got 4 chords. Last week I only had 3. I know I'm really going up in the world. It's amazing how many songs you can play though with only 3 chords.
3 chords. That's all you need.
It's quite fabulous.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I just learned guitar during COVID, so I know.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I left guitar and went to ukulele because my boobs were too big. I found it very difficult. I either had to have it nested on the guitar-y bit, then it felt a little bit propped, or having them behind the guitar reaching around was a bit much. So who would have thought?
There's surgery for that.
Yeah.
I know, because I've had it done. I've had a reduction. Best thing ever.
Now you can fit with your guitar a little bit.
Yeah.
That's great. Well, I just then went over to a ukulele and now they fit quite perfectly.
Perfect.
Kind of swallow the ukulele a little, but you know, hey ho. So Trish, what's been your biggest success in your working life and what are you most proud of?
Do you know what? I think probably the biggest success in my working life was I used to work in the public service. I spent many years in the public service, and probably my best position that I ever had was I was the webmaster for the Department of Transport in South Australia when coding had just started out. So I used to do HTML coding. So I used to be the web mistress for the Department of Transport in the early 90s when the internet first started. So it's probably a highlight because it was really new and innovative and whatnot. So that was probably the funnest job.
How exciting, the web mistress. I love it.
I know.
Oh, that's awesome. So who are your dream clients and what type of jobs do you like doing the most?
What I like doing the most is I like helping aesthetic businesses to kind of get seen by not even get seen, but I like to help them to make their digital footprint a whole lot better, like to help them with their social media, to help them recruiting people. So anything that can help them in the background to kind of make their business better. Because generally a lot of business people just know how to do the job that they're doing rather than how to actually manage the social side. So I just like to show people how easy it really is to, you know, get that going. It's not like, because we all get caught up like, a blog, I can't write a blog. Well, actually you can. If you can talk, you can write a blog. You know what I mean? So I just like to help people to, you know, get their businesses going.
Awesome. That's amazing.
Yeah.
And where do you find most of your clients are? Are they, like, I think a lot of people assume that most of the plastic surgery happens on the Gold Coast. Is that correct?
Oh, you know, I think most of it's actually Sydney. That's what. So our clientele is Sydney, Queensland, Victoria, in that order. And then
whereabouts are you based?
I'm based in Byron Bay.
And is there much of it going on around here?
Yeah, but you know what it is? I think around here we like to sort of say that we look so good because of the yoga and all the water that we drink and the, organic food and all that. But I think, I can't remember what the calculation was, but there's a massive amount of injectors in Byron Bay. Like there's so many,
Wow.
injectors around. So we're all having it done. If you look, yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. So what challenges do you see impacting your industry?
I guess probably I think people want to have things done and they need to have them done. I'm talking not just because they want to look good, but there might be some things that they want to have done. Like, say, for example, someone's lost a whole bunch of weight and then they've got all this excess skin. And I say this because I am this person, that's happened to me, have all this excess skin that causes its own problems in itself. So like it would lean up against itself. You can have rashes under there, can cause pain. And they want to have all these things done, but it's just so expensive or they can't afford them or whatever. So I guess that's the biggest challenge, is people being able to afford to get done what they need to get done so that they can function properly, so that, their body, it's a functional thing, not just aesthetics. So that's probably the biggest challenge, is people think that, plastic surgery, it's all fake. Well, it's actually not. And that's not how I got into it. It's actually, a lot of the time, it's actually, like breast reduction surgery, say, for example, like it changed my life. And I know 16-year-old girls who've had it done and it's totally changed their life, so I think that's probably the hardest thing. And because people come with a lot of judgment, usually when they think about plastic surgery, they think it's, but it's not. Sometimes it's absolutely life-changing.
I bet. And so many levels, so many things. And what did you want to be when you were little and you thought about when you grew up?
I just wanted to be a mum. I just wanted to get married and live happily ever after. I know. So I did it 3 times and then I lived happily ever after.
That's beautiful. You got to do your dream. That's pretty special.
Exactly.
Gorgeous. So Trish, if you were an animal, what would you like to be?
Oh, I reckon I'd like to probably be a unicorn.
Oh.
I reckon I'd like to be a unicorn or a horse, or, something that, can gallop and, like go really, a unicorn type of thing.
Love it. That's fantastic. And if you were a movie character, which character would you be in what movie?
Oh, Jessica Rabbit, without a doubt. Jessica Rabbit, because like to have that shape naturally. Oh, absolutely.
I haven't seen that for such a long time. I might have to rewatch that. Yeah, it's great.
Rabbit for sure.
If you could live anywhere in the world, where would you live?
Oh, I'd have to say where I live now. There's no doubt about it. I mean, I could live anywhere, but where I live now, and I reckon Vancouver would come a close second.
I was just in Vancouver in March. I had a whole day there and I was very excited to go and explore just for a day before I went back to fly into San Diego for social media marketing world. And when I got there, they said I wasn't allowed out. I couldn't believe it. So and Vancouver airport's not very big. I was pretty disappointed to have a massive day there.
Yeah.
Hanging out going, really? It was grim. Yeah. So I was really wanting to explore.
Yep. So, airport's not good. They wouldn't let you out. That sucks.
No, but next time I'm going to plan it better and actually go there for a few days.
Yes.
Hopefully that'll be next March. Fingers crossed.
Yep.
Yes. So this is question number 13. We're nearly at the end.
Woohoo.
So what does being a positive and passionate woman in business mean to you?
I think it means that you love what you do, or even if you don't love what you do, you love working with the people that you love. You love working with the people that you work with, or you're really, you're driven by something. There's something that actually ignites the spark in you to want to, work with women.
Beautiful. And what are you most proud of in your life?
I reckon, and this is going to sound so, but I'm just most proud of my kids, because seriously, I was not the best role model mother, seriously, but my kids are just amazing considering they came from me. They're just amazing.
That's so awesome.
I know.
Question number 15 is, what's one tip that you can share of how you stay positive when things are challenging?
Well, you know what? I think things are always going to be a challenge for for a lot of people. But I always think the most important thing is that you've woken up in the morning, your eyes are opened, and and you're feeling good. You're able to sort of breathe air and just be here. Because like even my husband said to me this morning, like, oh, I've got to go to work, and I'm like, just be grateful that you're actually well enough to go to work. You're like, I'm excited when I wake up in the morning. I can't wait to jump out of bed and do my day. So I just think happiness is a decision, and I think well, that's what I believe anyway, that happiness is a decision. Having said that, I've had those times when I've not been happy. You need to get yourself out of that moment, but I think just be happy, because we're so lucky. We are so lucky.
I couldn't agree more. Trish,
Yeah.
you've just finished that on such a beautiful note. I completely agree that it's all about your mindset and how you choose to view the world when you open your eyes up.
Yeah.
So we are incredibly lucky with where we are. And,
Yeah.
And like you said with your husband, he's got a job to go to, which is fantastic. And
Yeah.
he's breathing and all those things. So yeah,
Exactly.
it's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
How just flipping that way we think about it can make all the difference.
Just get out of that moment.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you so much for sharing 15 minutes or a little longer of your time with us today.
Thank you, Miss Kylie.
It's such a pleasure and a privilege to have you with us in the Positive Passionate Women in Business Huddle. And I'm just really glad that you're with us. And so for all of you that would love to connect with Trish, all the details are in the caption. And maybe, Trish, you might share this onto your page and people can watch it through there as well, which would be very exciting too.
Definitely.
I sometimes quite like a little watch back and have a bit of a chuckle as we go along. That was fun. I have to be honest, I've got a lot more questions. I might need to ask them in the comments. I'm really intrigued by some of what you've said. So yeah, lots more to explore.
Absolutely.
Oh, awesome. Thank you so much,
Thanks,
Trish. It's
Kylie.
been such
Thank
a
you
treat.
so much.
You have a wonderful night.
You too. Bye.
Thank you.